The Oahu real estate market stats are out for October 2023, and the 8% interest rates that appeared in late August slowed parts of the market up and inventory increased, but not enough to make a large impact on the overall market. I'll talk about what all this means coming up next. Aloha and welcome to the Oahu Market Report for October 2023 by Sotheby's International Realty. I'm Scott Startsman with the High Estates team and 2-decade Oahu Realtor. A shout out to my buddy Christian who's watching in Mililani. What's up, buddy? Interest rates hit 8% and the market definitely slowed up in the number of buyers actively in the market as things were much quieter these last few months. We just had the lowest number of mortgage applications in the last 32 years, but the impact of those higher rates didn't affect the overall market numbers really. Sales for single-family homes were off by only 4% this past month compared to the same time last year. That's not much of a difference in the number of sales considering interest rates were 1% lower at the same time last year. I would have expected a much bigger impact, especially considering we felt a slowdown in the number of buyers actively looking at homes. The median sales price for October was $1.1 million, up 4.8% from October of last year. So much for any pullback with rates jumping up. Homes that sold in June spent on average 18 days on the market before going into escrow, which is still a pretty quick pace. Inventory levels increased during the last few months, but only up to 626 homes on the market. We are still a long ways off from inventory levels needed to satisfy the buyer demand that is currently in the market. 90% of homeowners have a mortgage interest rate of less than 6%. So there's really little incentive for a majority of homeowners to give up a lower costing interest rate to buy a new home with a higher rate. Compared to the pre-pandemic market, we are down by 64% in the number of active homes for sale. Because of this, sellers are getting on average 98% of what they are asking for, and even with the interest rate increase, 43% of homes sold at or above the list price. For condos, the median sales price for October was down 1% to $515,000, and the year-to-date price is flat, so we are essentially going sideways as far as price. Sales for condos slipped 8.3% compared to the same month last year. The median number of days on market for condos was 21 days in October compared to pre-pandemic October of 2019 with 26 days on the market. Inventory levels grew in the condo market as well, but only nominally as inventory remains restricted with 1,306 condos actively available for sale. Compared to the pre-pandemic market, inventory is down 53% on the condo side. That is leading to sellers getting 98.7% of their list price, and 38% of condos last month sold for full price or more. The majority of the inflation numbers are back in line where the Fed wants them, with only a couple of outliers still too high. The belief on the streets is that the Fed will not raise rates for at least the next 2 meetings, and by the end of first quarter next year, we may actually have our first rate decrease from the Fed. The correction in this market was on the number of sales and not in prices. In fact, historically, when interest rates go up, prices don't come down, they go flat. Lack of inventory is a major contributor to this, and with 90% of homeowners with a mortgage interest rate below 6%, there is very little incentive to sell. In doing so, as a buyer, you can't buy what's not for sale. So even though interest rates moved up and thinned out the number of buyers actively looking, the buyer demand is still outstripping the supply and prices are holding steady. Lower rates appear to be on the horizon. The question is when? Don't wait until rates come down to buy, as a lot of people are sitting on the sidelines right now waiting for rates to come down. I fear that when rates do drop with the lack of supply, prices will jump and competition will be fierce. Let me know your thoughts below. Thanks for watching my video. Once again, I'm Scott Startsman with the High Estates team and Sotheby's International Realty. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button for more content like this. You can also learn more about Oahu's housing market at highestates.com, and feel free to contact us for all your Oahu real estate needs.